What's up, everybody? Welcome back to CNC Collier and Clare Sports Show. We on episode number 7, the lucky number 7. I am your host, Stacey Collier II.
What's up? I'm Natasha, Clare, the co-host.
And today we all about the NBA because the NBA is back. If you are not watching the video, we both have on our squad's jersey. Got on the Lakers. Tasha got on the Lakers as well. Who you got on?
Kobe Bryant, baby.
What, 8 or 24?
24.
Okay. I was expecting the historic 8, but that's fine.
No, we're recording 24.
And I have on LeBron James, 23.
Right, because if LeBron was not a Laker, we wouldn't be sitting here in the same jerseys. Am I right or am I wrong? Right.
I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth.
What that means, people. You know what that
All right, today's episode is brought to you by Crown Hoops. No longer Hoop Like TV. No longer Hoop Like TV. Going under the name change. It's now Crown Hoops. Crown Hoops, claim your throne. And also, we're sponsored by Long Live the People clothing line, about Black Power, Black Unity. Go check them out at longlivetheppl.com. Don't spell out people, just ppl.com. Please go check them out. Yeah, definitely. They got some dope gear. The Crown Hoops do too as well.
Shout out to the
doing it better, doing it big, doing it better. But let's just dive right into it. Because we got a lot to cover about the NBA. Because like I said, the NBA is back. Kicks off Tuesday, October 22nd. Got 2 games on tap. Season expectations. What do you expect this season?
I expect a lot this season, and not just out of my Lakers, of course, but out of both Los Angeles teams. Okay, I expect a lot coming out of Los Angeles. In addition, I'm also expecting the 76ers to actually come alive. And I mean, look, they were a little bounce away from the NBA, from the conference, right? Conference championships, but they didn't make it. But now they've changed up things a little bit. Their dynamic, their DNA, their front DNA is a little changed. So I'm looking forward to see what the 76ers can bring to the table, because they've been getting, lately they've been getting there, right? They've been getting, or almost there, like two steps behind. When are they going to bring it up to the next level? I'm really eager to see the 76ers. I'm tired of hearing about 76ers in the process and how Joel Embiid is great and Ben Simmons is great. And then they're definitely respectable players. But what's next? What happens next? What's taking that team to the next level? In addition to that, I do want to see how the Golden State will carry themselves this year. As we know, Clay is out. KD is out with an injury, but he's also now on the Brooklyn Nets. So I'm eager to see what this new addition of D'Angelo Russell, as he makes his second stint in in California, and how he does with his now third team. Of course, I want to see how Draymond carries himself in his role, as we need to figure out the makeup of the Warriors. But we can't forget the heart and soul of the Warriors, Steph Curry. Does he return to the pre-KD Steph, or does he? What are we gonna get out of him? Expect a lot out of him. But those are the 3 teams that I'm really focused on. I'm really thinking on, like, just off the top. Tell me what you got going on over there.
I expect the NBA this year and years beyond, but in particular this year, to be more competitive than ever. I think there's a lot of parity in the NBA. Most of the non-playoff teams that didn't make the playoffs last year, they got better. I'm interested in seeing how they going forward, how they going to affect the top seeds or whatever, or the top teams that we think is going to be there at the end. It's just going to be a lot of parity. I expect a lot of highly competitive games. And also, I'm interested in all the stars in the new places. Like, it's just crazy. Kawhi Leonard's a Clipper. Paul George is a Clipper. We got Kyrie Irving, a Net. It's just crazy. We're going to see all these stars in different uniforms. Kemba Walker, a Celtic. Like, it's going to be a sight to see. But, the NBA opening night kicks off with 2 games.
The second game, the premier game, if you will, the game we all been waiting for, right? We have the Los Angeles Lakers versus the Los Angeles Clippers, and it's worth noting that this game is considered, well, is a home game for the Clippers, okay? Or I'm sorry, road game for the Lakers, right? That's what it is. But we'll definitely see that home tire when they're packed out. The Clippers are down one star. They are down Paul George. He'll miss the first couple of games of the season with a shoulder injury, or soldier boy, not shoulder injuries due to surgery in the off season. So, but my Lakers, with the exception of DeMarcus Cousins, will be there full force, ready to rumble. What's up?
I've been waiting for this game ever since they announced it as the opening game. I've been waiting for this game. This game gonna be a slugfest. We're gonna see a lot of excitement. Stars are out. I'm disappointed that Paul George is not gonna play.
Yeah, I totally agree. That definitely skews the result just a little bit. It definitely has an impact on the game with his absence.
Right, and that kind of pushes the Clippers back as far as them building chemistry, because they got to work Paul George in early to mid-November. I guess that's when he's going to come back. I heard that he's going to miss at least 6 games to start the season. So that's going to be a tough thing for the Clippers to do. But this game, it's going to be a close game. It's going to be close. It's going to be close.
You can't forget about the supporting characters there. Patrick Beverley. Last year or the previous years, I've always did not like him. You know what I mean? Just because of how he treated my young ball at the time, Lonzo Ball. I mean, but I understood. But at the same time, I'm just like, you're doing too much. But we'll see how the Clippers fare out, how the supporting cast will fare out with the loss of Paul George, and how they'll match up against my Lakers.
Yeah, the Lakers.
I winning the game though.
Well, I got winning the game.
Yeah.
Ooh, here we go. I'm going to edge it to drum roll, please. The Lakers. I'm going to edge it to the Lakers just because they developed chemistry right off the bat in the preseason. I expected them to, kind of go through a little funk a little bit, just try to get things together, but they look like a natural fit. And the Clippers, they too small. Who's going to guard AD? Who's going to guard AD? They don't have no answer for AD. Zubac, can he do it?
I miss the kid though. But no, I agree. I'm gonna go with the Lakers with this as well. A, because they're my team, but B, because LeBron James and Anthony Davis, and then C, because why not? I'm just eager to see how they'll play. Now that the games count. Okay, the game we're counting records here now. You know what I'm saying? This is the road to the championships, right? And what else can I say? This is what we have going. The Lakers are expected to win this game, especially they should need to capitalize. But you know what? I will say this though. You mentioned about chemistry. You mentioned how they develop as a team, their chemistry. Let's not say that it's not going to have a hiccup. I'm sure there's going to be a hiccup along the way. Nothing's picture perfect. But what's really interesting about this storyline is that Kawhi Leonard has opportunity to become a champion on his third team, right? While the Lakers have an opportunity to win a championship with the Lakers, right? For the first year in this team, with this lineup, with this roster rather. And it's been done because you saw what Quad did last year, right? So it's been done. First year win it. So that's what I'm expecting. That's what I'm sure a lot of people are expecting. But definitely a good game. Tuesday night, October 22nd, 10:30, and I will be up watching that game. Wednesday's gonna be a long day.
Yeah, I need to sign up for NBA League Pass. I need to get on it because I can't miss that game. I can't miss it. I wish.
I'm gonna be stupid.
Yeah, I wish I was living in LA right now.
There's a lot going on in LA. No baseball, but there's a lot going on in LA.
Yeah. The basketball teams got it going for them right now. But let's keep it moving. Speaking of which, you was talking about the Lakers and the Clippers being, those teams to gut it out for Western Conference supremacy. Let's talk about other teams to watch. Let's stick to the Western Conference. So a couple of teams that I'm interested in seeing how they play out. First team, the Portland Trail Blazers. I'm interested in seeing how their season going to go, just because it's a question whether they have more room to grow. Did they hit their ceiling last year? Like, what else can Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum, what else can they do? And they kind of, like the Nuggets, they kind of got pushed further down the conference. Nobody's really talking about them. And they big guy Nurkic, he's hurt. He's going to be out for a while. They did replace him with Hassan Whiteside, but is Hassan Whiteside going to be motivated to put on a good performance throughout the whole season? Because that was his problem with the Miami Heat. He got paid, just stayed the same. Just stayed the same after that. So I'm interested in seeing how they're going to unfold. Of course, the Pelicans, of course, we already touched on them. Also, the Sacramento Kings. The Sacramento Kings. Interesting team. They almost got the AC. They messed up towards the end, but they almost got the AC. And, De'Aaron Fox is growing. You got Marvin Bagley is growing. Harrison Barnes is a solid player in the NBA. A lot of people forget about him on the wing. He was a very important piece to their Warriors championship 2014-2015 season. He was the important piece. But they could be going through some sort of turmoil because, Buddy Hield is in a contract dispute with the team, so that could affect him. But if he managed to get his mind together and he continues on growing like he has been, then the Kings could end up being, 6, 7, 8 in the Western Conference. So I'm interested in how those teams play out. Who you got?
Yeah, the Sacramento Kings, 6, 7, 8, 7, 8, more like it. We'll see how that goes. On the piggyback on the Portland Trail Blazers, you act like, have they reached their ceiling? Well, we've seen how far they've gone over the last 5 seasons, and do we really have more expectations than that? I mean, think about now with the Western Conference, you divvy up all the talent that's spread out throughout the Western Conference. We don't really have space to talk about Portland Trail Blazers, but in my opinion. But the Western Conference, I'm looking for Dallas Mavericks. I'm just trying to see how Luka's gonna pan out in his second year, and now we have Kristaps Porzingis over there on Dallas. So how's that gonna work? And I don't know if people follow like social media, Dallas and everything. That man looked like a real strong, lean unicorn this year. I don't know what it's for, but this is looking a little different. So I'm looking to see that foreign connection to see how they work together. And as we've already touched on, the Denver Nuggets, I'm looking to see how they pan out. As you mentioned, they've been pushed down in talks, if you will, just due to the hype and changes at the cream of the crop of the Western Conference. But they're not. Their makeup hasn't really changed. Their DNA makeup hasn't really changed. It's just other teams in the Western Conference that has. As far as the Eastern Conference is concerned, who not to watch? I'm not really looking forward to the Boston Celtics, actually, to put it out there. I mean, for Kemba Walker's sake, yeah, great. And my boy Jason Tatum.
Oh, yeah, you can't forget Jason Tatum. STL, stand up.
Yeah, can't forget Jason. definitely a fan of his. And still, he's going to his third year, I think. And then Kemba Walker, but everything else, I'm not really sure what's going on with them. I'm not really watching for Boston Celtics. Don't really have high expectations, especially with the departures of Morris, Kyrie, and Al Horford down in the 76ers. Piggyback on the 76ers. I want to see the 76ers do something. Like, what's up? Y'all have this talent. Joel Embiid talks so much, you know what I'm saying? Fighting with everybody, big or small, but he can back it up for the most part. But we got to be careful. They have to be careful about how he will work out this year as far as, any injuries and health and everything. He said he's been doing well and trying to maintain his weight and all that. So we'll have to see if that comes to fruition this season. And then they added Al Horford. Horford. You have Ben Simmons there, but you also have Joel Embiid. I like the Twin Tower. I like that. I like that dynamic right there. And of course, the Milwaukee Bucks. Do we have to watch them?
Whoa, the disrespect.
No, I wasn't being disrespectful at all. What I said, but do we have to watch it? No. We're really watching it for Giannis because we know he's about to pick up where he left off last year. The team is going to pick up where they left off. Kyrie gone. You know what I'm saying? Kawhi gone. You know what I mean? was at the top. It should be the Bucks, but that's just where I'm at with these teams to watch. Talk to me.
I thought, oh, you saved face right there. I thought you just gonna slam the Bucks like that.
No, come on, man.
Why you go?
That.
I mean, they won 60 games last year. You got to give them some kind of props.
That's what I'm saying. But man, on this MVP. Yeah, I wasn't about to be disrespectful or crazy.
But my Eastern Conference team. I know people talk about them, but I just want to see how they play out. The Brooklyn Nets. I just want to see how they play out.
Yeah.
Because we already know what Kyrie brings to the table. We know that, but I'm talking about the other pieces that's going to have to make up for Kevin Durant's absence. Karis LeVert. I'm interested in seeing what he's going to do. He was their best player. You know, I know they had D'Angelo Russell, you know, and all the dynamic things he's done. But in the playoffs, when they were in the playoffs in that first round against the 76ers, Karis LeVert was the best player on the team. He was the best player. He played the best, bounced back from a devastating injury. I'm looking forward to see if he can be that third guy on the Nets. And also Spencer Dinwiddie, what is he going to do? Is he going to take a step back as Kyrie there, or is he going to step his game up? Jared Allen, can he be that big man presence down there? I know they got DeAndre Jordan too. They signed him to a contract, but I'm really looking forward to Jared Allen. And then they still have Joe Harris. Can he continue knocking down threes? So I want to see what the Nets going to do. If they put it all together before KD come back, then they can finish top 5 in the East at the very least. So I want to see the Nets. Also, the Atlanta Hawks. They are a popular pick to spring forth into the playoffs, and you can't blame people. Trae Young, everybody expects Trae Young to get better this year. He's the leader on the team. He's the man. Trae Young. John Collins, fabulous center. He can do a lot of stuff. Looking for him to step up to it as well. They got a couple draft picks too who was highly touted. Cam Reddish and DeAndre Hunter. They contribute in their first year, especially Cam Reddish, who a lot of people think he was just as talented as everybody that was at the top of the draft board. But, him being the third guy to Duke kind of, knocked him down a little bit. But he has the talent to contribute right away. Then they have surrounding pieces like Kevin Huerter, who's a shooter. So I want to see how they develop. And speaking of another young team, the Chicago Bulls. The Chicago Bulls, they have some young pieces too. Zach LaVine, Chris Dunn, Kobe White. I want to see how that backcourt works between the three of them. And then you also have Lauri Markkanen, who everybody expects him to be that next knockdown shooting big man in the NBA. So I want to see how the Bulls play out as well. They can push a little bit too.
Yeah, so, you're looking for development in both these teams. The development, how they produce, how they grow, because they're all young players, right? So that's what you're looking for there in those teams. Those are the teams they're watching for development and growth and see where they progress. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll make sure we're on the same page there. Well, I totally agree with that. I didn't know we were looking at the young teams. But yeah, the young teams they expect to develop. You know how young the Hawks are, but then they have Vince Carter there for his 22nd season.
Shout out to Vince.
Right, shout out to Vince. He's in his 22nd year, 22nd and final year, right, of his NBA season. Yeah, all these kids that he's playing with they're only 19, 20 years old, 21. Still not older in his career, which is time is moving, okay? Who are your players to watch?
My players to watch. Okay, Karis LeVert already mentioned him, so got him out the way. I got some more players. I know a lot of people watching him, but I want to see can he live up to expectations. Nikola Jokic, he's becoming a trendy pick for MVP just because all the things that he can do. He get 20 points, he can get 10 plus rebounds, he can average 6, 7, 8 assists. Can he do that? Can he keep the Denver Nuggets towards the top of the Western Conference? A lot of people got their eyes on Jokic now. And, it's a battle between Jokic and Embiid, who's the best center. And that's going to get played out this year. So I got Jokic as my player to watch. Also, I got Kristaps Porzingis. Yeah. If he come back the way he was in, 2017, so it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Because y'all know he's not called a unicorn for no reason. I'm
Right?
looking forward to him.
Like I mentioned, he's huge now. Like he got weight on him. I'm looking forward to seeing RJ Barrett. I want to see how he does as a young 19-year-old on this. I don't even know how to describe the Knicks, but on this Knicks franchise, I just want to see how he does as an individual, and how he plays with the Knicks, with the rest of the Knicks in this real season. But all the hype has been about Zion, right? And he's right next to him, so I really want to see Cam Reddish, like especially first. Hopefully, he can get out to a great start this his rookie campaign season, just to see what he can do, and while Zion is out, so not too much just focus on him, but focus on him on his injury. But I want to see how Cam Reddish just plays out. Also want to see how D'Angelo Russell works out there. In Sacramento, like him going to Sacramento, this is why third team, as I mentioned, and now his second stint in California. And I feel like him and Steph Curry can work together. I feel like that's going to be a really nice combination. And you throw in the tenacity of Draymond Green, and I feel like just him D'Angelo Russell being around those players, you know what I mean? It's a great culture there over there in Warrior Land, right? So I want to see how he grows, how he can expand, how he can continue the momentum that he had in his Brooklyn season. He did very well last year. And how does that translate to West Coast? How does that translate to now with the Warriors, the Warrior system, and under Steve Kerr?
Yeah, D'Angelo Russell too, definitely. He has some big shoes to fill for Klay Thompson. He has to almost match his production. Hopefully, he can step up defensively too, because he has his problems on that end. But another player I'm interested in is Pascal Siakam. Pascal Siakam. Yeah, he got paid.
Yeah.
Paid.
What was that? 4 years, $130 million, if I'm not mistaken.
I can't even imagine having that amount of money at one time. My goodness. But yeah, a lot of people expect the Toronto Raptors to take a huge drop just because Kawhi Leonard is not there. They expect them to take a huge drop. But people forget that last year the Raptors were 17-5 without Kawhi playing. So they are a very well coached bunch, and this year all the pressure falls on Pascal Siakam to lead them. I know Kyle Lowry's still there, but he's aging. He's on his last few years or whatever, but it's Pascal Siakam's time. They pay him like he's the best, one of the best power forwards, so he has to play like that. And if he does, then there can be a boost for the Raptors to return to the playoffs. So I want to see what he does.
I do believe that the Raptors will return to the playoffs. Obviously not as a high seed like they were before, but although Pascal Siakam got paid and they expect him to play as such, what else? Who else is over there besides Kyle Lowry and him? He has to get the ball somehow, right? As a power forward. I'm sorry, I'm a little distracted. My Yankees are playing right now. We are losing. I think it's at the bottom of the 8th right now, actually. We're Or by the way, I just wanted to put it out there as you see me like looking, but my bad. Where were we? The Raptors. The Raptors. I'm not really focused on the Raptors actually. I feel like I don't think they're gonna fall by the wayside completely, but especially paying that gentleman, and actually Kyle got a little extension as well for 1 year, but I'm looking forward to see where they will enter the Eastern Conference. They have a chance.
Yeah, they have a chance to make the playoffs again.
They do.
Yeah.
All
right. Yeah, we'll definitely see, I guess, about the Raptors there. They not winning the championship again.
No. I was sorry.
They got their one.
Yeah, they got their one, and sit it on down.
Yeah. All right. So we just talked about our players to watch. Let's put a microscope on the rookies. Who's your rookies that you're watching, and who's gonna be your rookie of the year?
I don't know about all the rookies. I just know I want RJ Barrett to be rookie of the year.
RJ Barrett.
That's who I want to be the rookie of the year. That's who I want to be the rookie.
That's who you want to.
That's
you
who I
want.
want. Just because, like I've explained already, I've already rehashed and hashed again about RJ Barrett. I know he's on a terrible team. I know the whole dynamics behind it and everything. But I want him to be the rookie of the year. Who will be the rookie of the year? I don't know. I have no clue who's the rookie of the year. Stacey, like
It's just a fun prediction.
Yeah.
Just go with RJ Barrett like you just said. Just go ahead.
I said so. We're going with RJ Barrett, but
You going with RJ Barrett?
I don't know. Just do well, RJ Barrett, for me, please.
Y'all heard it. She picking RJ Barrett. She's picking RJ Barrett. All right, my rookie of the year. First of all, a couple other rookies I want to mention besides the ones that we already talked about. Darius Garland over there with the Cavaliers.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be a sharpshooter. Even though he only played 5 games at Vanderbilt, he shot 48% from 3. 48%
for 5 games.
For 5 games. You know, just 5, but still, 48.
Continue.
And also, Tyler Herro. I'm interested in how he's going to play out for the Miami. He's like he can be the dynamic wing player that they need. But my rookie of the year, it ain't RJ Barrett, and it's not Zion Williamson.
Well, yeah.
It's Ja Morant. Ja Morant, Memphis Grizzlies.
I'm not surprised you about that. Sorry.
I think he's going to be rookie year just because he's going to have the ball a lot versus most of the rookies in this draft class. Most of these rookies, they're not going to play a lot of minutes, but Ja Morant, he's going to start from day one. He's going to have the ball in his hands day one. They're going to trust him to grow, develop, do a lot of things for their team. And at Murray State, he was a 20-10 guy, 20 points, 10 assists. He's not going to do that his first year in the NBA. I don't think he's going to put 20-10, but he's definitely going to put up some numbers just because he's going to have the most opportunities out of all the rookies. I know Zion going to have his too when he comes back from injury, but I got Ja Morant. I think Ja Morant's going to win it.
That's a good pick. You're right about that. I mean, him coming through the Memphis Grizzlies and how much he was, you're exactly right. We'll see how that works out. I hate choosing the rookie of the year. But anyway, I digress. So MVPs. Your most valuable player for the 2019-2020 season. Why don't you go first? Who you got? What's going on with you?
All right, here's my list. I don't have a solid choice for like number one. I just made up a list. I still got Jokic, Embiid. I got them tied at 5. At 4, I want to see how Kyrie Irving. I think Kyrie Irving can push for MVP. I think he can do that just because he's with the Nets. He got a lot to prove, and also I think he's happy now. So we're going to see like the best Kyrie Irving. I think the last 2 years, even though he played well the last 2 years, he was very efficient. He kind of fell flat. He kind of went off in the distance mentally. So like him and the Nets, especially, he's going to be that number one option until KD comes back and KD gets implemented into the lineup. I think he can push for MVP. That's a surprising pick to some, but I think he can do it.
Not to me, actually. I actually agree with you. I have Kyrie Irving as well as a high potential MVP candidate, and for the same reasons you mentioned. He's closer to home. His mind is now corrected up, if you will. I feel like he's settling in. He's trying to settle in with the Nets, and I feel like the Nets already had momentum right last year, and then they lost D'Angelo Russell, but now they have Kyrie Irving, so I feel like they can continue. They can continue, and Kyrie Irving will be at the helm of that. He's in a great space now, and it starts mentally. It definitely starts mentally. So I think Kyrie's a good pick. I don't think James Harden.
Nah, they
right?
Don't skip past him.
Yeah, they are. Who's the next candidate that you had?
All right. My Last two candidates. I think Giannis has a great chance of repeating. I think he has a great chance, especially if he takes his game to another level with the jump shot. He needs to get that jump shot sold up. If he does that, I think he can average. I think he can average like almost as many points as James Harden did last year. James Harden ended with 36.1. I think Giannis could get close to that, like 33, 34.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I actually do have Giannis as well, but I'm sorry. Continue.
Yeah, because you can't stop him on the inside. Just think if you get an outside game.
Yeah.
And my number one choice.
Yeah.
My number one choice is your boy. Your boy Anthony Davis.
Anthony Davis.
Yeah. That's my number one choice. He finally has the spotlight to do it. He was with the Pelicans the whole time. Everybody knew, but everybody kind of like, because he was with the Pelicans. Nobody's who's watching out for the Pelicans.
Right. How what's even they say? Who's looking at who comes out of the big smoothie arena? That's what it's called, right? Or King Smooth, whatever it is. Ain't nobody looking down there. But yes, I definitely agree with you on that. You know what you're talking about.
I got a great mind.
Yes. And they think alike because I had Anthony Davis number one, and I also had Kyrie Irving, and I also had Giannis. And for obvious reasons, he's arguably one of the most talented player, right? And now he's playing alongside LeBron James. If he could just get a lot of offense will be running through Anthony Davis, right? Like, how can it not? We ain't doing and that too, and we also didn't do all these movements and all this controversy and all this extra stuff to not have it move through him and LeBron, right? So I feel like if he pulls up, redeems himself from the end of the saga that he had with the Pelicans, now with the new team, he's definitely in the spotlight. The sky really is the limit, and he's gonna be on this big stage. Like everybody's about to witness this. Everybody. You know what I mean? I feel like he does have the biggest opportunity to do that. And also, I did like Giannis as well, because if he continues to develop this mentality and learning the steps of Kobe, I remember he was, working with Kobe there. I think that he can definitely succeed in repeating as an MVP, but for sure, Anthony Davis. I told you I want to go to Anthony Davis jersey, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. That's definitely on the agenda.
Yeah. Are you gonna wait? Are you gonna get the 3? Or are you gonna wait till he switch to 23?
We shall see.
Yeah, I think you probably want to wait till that switch. That 3 is gonna become irrelevant.
Yeah, right. You're right about that.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting that LeBron 6.
Okay.
On God.
Get that jersey.
Yeah, I missed my opportunity to get that LeBron 6 when he was with the Heat. I wanted it so bad, never got it. So I gotta make up for it.
All right.
All right. So let's see the playoff teams.
Yes.
Eastern Western Conference.
Playoffs.
A lot of teams gonna compete, but only could be 8 per conference. I'm gonna let you pick who you want to start, East or West.
Let's start with the East.
Yeah, let's start with the East because they the less competitive of the two. But
you have to decipher this. Yeah.
All right, so
I'll start from the bottom.
I'll start from the bottom. I'll go 8-1. At 8, I got the Raptors at 8.
Sugar.
Yeah, I think the Raptors can sneak on in there. I think they can do it.
Okay.
7, the Pistons. Well, why people sleeping on the Pistons like they don't have a good team?
Mm-hmm.
Why? Like Blake Griffin played perhaps his best season last year. And then you still got DeAndre Drummond. They got a couple young pieces there, Luke Kennard, who can develop. And then they got Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose is out to prove himself. He's out to prove himself. I think he's going to have a fantastic season.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Then
they head coach is Dwayne Casey. You can say what you want about him, but the man knows how to put together a team and at least get them to the playoffs. He knows how to do that. So I'm trusting him to do that again.
Okay.
And 6, I got the Orlando Magic. I think they're going to continue to develop. Hopefully, Jonathan Isaac and Mo Bamba, they can contribute more to that team. They resigned Vucevic. Sorry if I butchered the last name, but that was big for them. I expected them not to re-sign him just because I thought like a lot of the big markets teams was going to go after him, but they brought him back, and that's a plus for them. They still have Aaron Gordon, so they have some pieces, and I think they're going to continue to develop. 5, I got the Pacers. I wish I would put the Pacers at 3, but the reason why I had them at 5 is because I don't know when Victor Oladipo is going to come back. Matter of fact, nobody knows when he's going to come back. That's the missing piece. If he was healthy and he was there day one, then I would have them at 3 because they have a great defensive team. They got nice complementary players, but them not having Oladipo for a while is going to hurt. And then they also talking about trading Sabonis away for some odd reason. I don't know, but hey, good luck to them for that one. At 4, I got the Celtics at 4. Kemba Walker, I expect him to ball out. This team, they can climb higher, but it all depends on what Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown do. If they develop the right way, especially Tatum, then they're gonna be a dangerous team. But it all depends on what those two do. And right now, they're a question mark, and then they're not big. They lost Al Horford, so they are in revamp mode, rebuilding mode. But them having Kemba Walker is going to do wonders for him, and he's under a wider spotlight as well. At 2, I got the Bucks. I think them losing Malcolm Brogdon is going to hurt. And, them reaching 60 games and going out the way they did, a lot of people is going to make sure that they play extra hard against the Bucks, especially against Giannis. But at number 1, I got the Philadelphia 76ers. I think they got perhaps the best starting 5 in the NBA. They can compete with the Lakers on that one. And it's time for the process to be. It's time for the process to be.
Yeah, to be right, to be. Yeah, I agree.
And people need to stop getting on Ben Simmons. He's going to shoot some threes this year.
Well, we don't have to see about that, right? For me, you had the Raptors at 8.
Mm-hmm.
I was wilding for not putting them at 8, but yeah, I agree with the 8 there. The Pistons, I had the Pistons at 7. We are sleeping on them because they do have Blake Griffin. But what has Blake Griffin done for his teams lately? We know what he's done for him as an individual, but what has he done for his team lately? And we have Andre Drummond, and then Derrick Rose. Actually, number 6, I have the Boston Celtics.
Whoa.
I have the Boston Celtics down there. I guess that may be a little low blow as far as how low I do have them, but I'm just gonna try to challenge them. Like you actually did not mention Gordon Hayward. He still plays for them, And
Yeah.
but we have to see how they will carry on. With this whole dynamic. I think it might be a little interesting with them because now they don't have Kyrie, right? And they don't have Al Horford, but they still have Marcus Smart. They still have Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum and Gordon Hayward. So depending on how they now recoup, after the aftermath of last year and everything, and with Kyrie's departure, we'll see how that carries on. Then at number 5. I guess those are kind of interchangeable. Number 5, I have the Brooklyn Nets. Brooklyn Nets. I just hope they can pick up where they left off without D'Angelo Russell. We now have Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving should be in a great space, as was previously mentioned. For number 4, we don't know where Indiana Pacers should really go, considering we don't know when Oladipo's coming back. Actually, we don't really know the whole makeup of the Indiana Pacers and what direction they want to go, but we expect them to be in the middle of the pack. I expect them to be in the middle of the pack. I actually I have number 2. I have the 76ers. The 76ers, they have the 1-2 punch there of the Twin Towers back there, Al Horford, and then you have Joel Embiid, You have Ben Simmons. I think Ben Simmons will actually pull up and start shooting. I hope because I hope it ain't just social media talk. We just, it's just, play. But they need to start coming around. I mean, we've been waiting for this process to actually develop, right? We've been waiting to see how this works out. All this talk, all this money invested, getting to where they've gone. Like, what's next? This is the year they need to make that push. Period. And the Bucks are number one. There's no more Toronto Raptors stopping them. They are in their way. The main competition they have to worry about is the 76ers. But I feel like with Giannis, I feel like the makeup of with the shooting of the Lopez brothers, I think Robin or Brooke, one of them shooting, but they're both there. I feel like that should also help to elevate the Bucks at number one. But at the top between the Bucks and the 76ers is definitely where we need to be looking at. What are you shaking your head for?
The 76ers over the Bucks. Come on now, like Brooke Lopez now pulling up on Al Horford this year. He not doing that. I'm sorry,
Al Horford, but I mean, however it plays out. Oh my God, the bases are loaded with 2 outs. It's crazy. I'm sorry. All right, let's bring it on. Bring it on to the West Side. Let's bring it to the West Side of the Eastern Conference. That's a lot more like interchangeable teams here, right? One slip, one injury, one go down and come up. But we'll see where we are. At the bottom, San Antonio always makes a push somehow, right? They always end up at the bottom, or they always end up I'm not at the bottom, in the playoffs somehow. So I have them around number 8. Number 7, I have Dallas. Number 6, I have the Blazers. Number 5, I have Utah. Number 4, I have number 4, I have the Warriors. I'm missing a team, but the Rockets and the Nuggets are in that mixture up at the top with obviously the Clippers and then the Lakers at number 1 respectively.
Whoa! You got the Warriors at 4?
Yeah. 4.
You got them that high?
Yo, that whole section. First of all, 1 through 8 is only but so much for the Western Conference. Am I right or wrong? Right. So when you consider the Warriors, we have the Warriors, the Blazers, the Jazz, we the Nuggets, Rockets, Nuggets. You know me stuttering. Rockets, Nuggets, like Utah Jazz, like all of that is like 3 through 6, 8, 6 through 8 right there, 3 through 7 right there, basically. Like you can put them. So much things can happen and change at those teams. I'm wrong.
The Warriors ain't gonna be 4.
You don't think the Warriors be 4?
I'm sorry. Hell no. They're gonna be. First of all, they're gonna be trash defensively. They're gonna be trash. Steph Curry can't guard nobody. D'Angelo Russell can't guard nobody. Who else gonna step up defensively? Nobody but Draymond Green, and he can't guard everybody. Hey,
So what do you have them? What, 6, 7?
I'm gonna let you know in a minute. It's gonna make a lot more sense.
Okay, well, be going.
And then a couple of teams that you mentioned, I don't even have them in the playoffs. I don't have the Spurs nor the Mavericks.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the Spurs are done. I think it's about that time. All good things come to an end.
What changed between last year and this year for the Spurs as far as their personnel?
I mean, it's just another year. It's just another year older.
I'm just asking, anything changed with their personnel?
And then a lot of, not them, but a lot of things has changed around them. A lot of teams have upgraded around them, and they can put more competition. So
that's what I'm looking for. Okay.
And then the Mavericks, I looked at their roster. Outside of Luka and Porzingis, they don't really have anybody. Okay. Anybody noteworthy?
They're not a dynamic duo.
I mean, yeah, but it ain't just about you. Your team got to be deep at the end of the day. You got to have some people, like
in the West, especially in the Western Conference.
Yeah, like they don't have.
Okay, continue.
Here go my 8 to 1. You'll probably be surprised. My 8. I got the Pelicans at 8, even with Zion being hurt. Okay. I think Alvin Gentry. I think he's a good coach, and that team got a lot to prove. They got a lot of hungry players on their team. Lonzo, Brandon Ingram, Josh Hart. They looking to prove everybody wrong, and they seem like they're going to get better. And you just add Zion to that mix, who's Zion, the way he played in the preseason before he got hurt, he played like, hey, I'm rookie of the year. I'm going to be one of the best players in the NBA. Y'all can stop all that talking. Ain't no arguments. That's how he was playing. He was playing out of his mind. So I think they'll get that 8 spot. 7. The Warriors are at 7.
Mhm.
7.
Mhm.
Also, like I said, defensively, I just don't buy into this team. Steph Curry gonna do his thing. D'Angelo Russell, I'm worried about the fit. He's more of a I gotta have the ball in my hands type player, so I don't know how he's gonna play off Steph. And then they lost a lot. Not even just KD. Iguodala's not there no more. Livingston retired. They lost a couple other people in free agency.
He over there is locked in over there with what, Memphis?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Poor Iggy. My goodness. But all right, 6. I got the Jazz at 6.
Okay.
Just because I don't know about them offensively. I mean, they did sign Bogdanovich. Donovan Mitchell, he should grow. Now that he got Mike Conley playing the point, you don't have to. But I still got my question about them offensively. Defensively, they're going to be fine, which is why I got them at 6. But offensively, I don't know.
Okay.
5, I got the Blazers. They still good.
I got them there too.
They still good. And hopefully Hassan Whiteside plays like he is worth this contract. Come on, man. Come on, you got to step up there.
He calling you out, Hassan?
Yeah, I'm calling Hassan Whiteside out.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, add him for me. Tell him he need to step up. No more just getting, 12 and 8, whatever he be getting. It's not enough.
Right.
4. I got the Rockets at 4. Outside of Harden and Westbrook, the team's like up and down. The team is like up and down. Like Clint Capella, Eric Gordon, they could be great 2 games, then they could be trash the next 3. So I don't trust that.
Yeah, understood. You don't trust them.
Yeah, I don't trust them. And that came in display in the playoffs. Harden does his thing, but everybody else, where are you?
Right.
And 3, the Denver Nuggets is at 3.
Okay.
I said they're gonna be good. They're gonna be good. They're gonna push all these teams in the Western Conference. All right, here we go. 2 and 1. The Battle of LA. Who I got at 2 and who I got at 1. You ready for this?
Listening.
I got the Lakers at 2. I think they're gonna be 2.
Okay.
And then the Clippers obviously at 1.
Mm-hmm.
Was that an eye roll? Did you roll your eyes?
Did you see that?
I saw it.
Okay, well then there we go.
Everybody listening, she rolled her eyes at me because I got the Lakers at 2 and the Clippers at 1. Now here go my reason right here. I think regular season wise, the Clippers gonna be a better team regular season. I think the Lakers gonna save up until it's time for the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
And then also, I don't trust their players, the Lakers players, to be healthy. Like AD, he did messed up his thumb in the preseason. Thankfully, it wasn't nothing serious, but those little knick-knack injuries can affect him. LeBron, he could get hurt at any time. Rondo, they got a lot of pieces. Kyle Kuzma, he's dealing with his injury. They got a lot of pieces, talented, can compete with anybody in the league, but they just get hurt, and they always get hurt at the wrong time. So I'm like fearful for them right now for them to stay healthy. I think the Clippers are a more healthy team. Right now, they're better defensively, and you got Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. Like, come on.
Not the fact. Can't argue with the defense there. Defensively, the Clippers are the better team. That's for sure. Can't argue about that. But we're gonna see how that plays out. Regardless of us doing these rankings and these predictions that I don't like doing, but we do. I'm always gonna have my Lakers number 1, regardless. I'm always gonna have my Lakers, realist or not, whatever you want to call it. But I've been waiting for this. You know what I'm saying? I've been waiting for this. The only reason I really like LeBron is because he's a Laker now. You know what I'm saying? And now AD is a Laker. Like, I'm just putting my trust all in them, and we're gonna figure this out. We're gonna do it. But the Clippers actually have a great coaching staff too. That's reiterated a lot too, and I think that's gonna be a big component. But I still have my Lakers at number one. So we just gonna have to see Tuesday night. Like, it's all everything gonna start to formulate. It's gonna be rolling from that point on. But he raises the Lakers. I don't understand this.
Hey, hold on, wait. Team, there could be two, but I'm still a LeBron James fan. That's still my favorite player of all time.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. But anyway, that got a little heated at the end right there with your little eye roll. But that's the end of episode 7, aka our NBA special. Thank you all for listening or watching this episode and all of our other episodes too. Our numbers been going up.
That's what you call an increase, baby.
Yeah, like I was like, wow, okay, we got some people listening and watching and out there. I appreciate that.
That comments, like, subscribe, retweets, text us, let us know, commenting on what we say, our feedback. We appreciate it all.
Yeah. And continue to do all that. And also people like our new cover art too. They like that.
Yeah, shout out to you on that remix there of the logo.
I did that. Just to let y'all know I did that.
Okay.
But until next time, I am Stacey Collier II.
Natasha, Clare.
And we are signing out. Let's go NBA. Let's go.